And action. So, this is my presentation on George Friedrich Handel. So, a little bit of background first. Handel was born on February 23, 1685, in Halle, Germany. His mother was a big advocate of him going for his dreams and becoming a musician, but his father did not want him to play music, and he didn't really think that that was a good form of getting money. His father ended up dying when Handel was 11, so this was kind of a big tragedy early on in his life. He went on to practice law at a local university, but he soon found out that this was not for him and he did not want to do this for the rest of his life. So he decided to flee to Hamburg and he became a violinist there where he was struggling to meet ends meet, but it was still something that he liked to do. So his life as a composer, he wrote his first opera while he was in Hamburg called Elmira in 1705. Shortly thereafter, he traveled to Italy and he met numerous composers and he became friends with all of these composers and he learned a lot musically from them. And one of them was Arcangelo Corelli. During this time, Handel created music and became an international pop star. And the future king of England took notice and appointed Handel the Kapellmeister to the Elector of Hanover. So he was like the main music guy for the Elector for Hanover. Um, he moved to London and he became employed by the royal family, where he was able to get a yearly salary and he was basically able to make music for the royal family. So the Baroque period was coined Baroque from the term in Portuguese barroco, and this meant oddly shaped pearl, which is kind of a weird word, but it meant that this period was really just overly ornamented and overly exaggerated. So everything was kind of over the top. The fortes were fortissima, the pianos were pianissima, and it was just very crazy, they thought, for that time. It was just kind of over the top. And you could see this a lot with Handel's Messiah as well, um, especially in the Hallelujah chorus. There's times where it gets very loud and then it gets very soft right after. So they kind of took these ideas from the Greeks and Romans about music from the Renaissance period. They knew that music could tell a story and they could really appeal to an audience emotionally from the music. It was a powerful tool of communication, and you could see this in Handel's work where he was really trying to like tell a story and he was trying to appeal to his audience's emotions. So the description of Handel's music was easy to listen to because it sounded simple and tuneful. So a lot of his music was just pretty straightforward, and there wasn't any like um, crazy dimensions to it. Um, Obviously, his fortes were pretty loud and his pianos were pretty silent, but it was still overall a pretty simple music to listen to. He was famous for his Italian operas while he was alive, but his oratorios are more famous today. So that's kind of an interesting tidbit about his story. Um, his operas were in the main musical form of the capoeira. Um, so he had this ABA kind of format to it, and he had recitatives. With Handel's oratorios, the music consisted of recitatives and arias and choruses. The choruses were really the main part of his oratorios, as you could see in Handel's Messiah. So here's my bibliography, and then we will watch Handel's Messiah. Wait, do I have it? It's not going. There we go. Oops. So now we will watch if I can get to it. Here, I'll just copy this.
When I first saw this product, I thought it looked kind of crazy. Didn't really understand what the benefits would be, but I had seen some.
So as you're watching this, try to pay attention to the fortes and the pianos and just how kind of overly exaggerated some of it was. I'm going to pause right here so you can notice that there is polyphony going on right here, because you can hear the basses singing one lyric, and then the altos and sopranos are singing at a higher pitch with a different melody. listening.